everyone, I hope you all are good at your homes. Today we are going to start our new chapter of English-1. Chapter number 1, The River Bank. In this chapter we are going to learn about the river and many more characters. I hope you all have seen the river earlier at the villages when you go to your grandparents' home or when you go for vacation somewhere. There are many rivers, so you see them. Coming to the chapter, everyone take out your books, English-1, page number 4. We will start reading the chapter and we will understand what the chapter is saying. Keep your fingers and read with me. Read the first line. The mole had been working very hard all the morning cleaning his little home. Now the first character here represents, that is the wild rat. The name of the character is Mole. This is the character Mole. And how we characterize this animal? By the wild rat. Till he had dust in his throat and eyes and splashes of whitewash all over his black fur. Now he was just working from morning, and when he feels that the dust is in his throat and in front of his eyes, he stopped working, and the splashes of whitewash is all over his black fur. Now what are the splashes of whitewash? That are the spots. While painting the house, he got the splashes of whitewash on his black fur. Now what is the color of the mole? That is black, and he has the white spots. Which white spots? They are the splashes of whitewash, and it is all over his body. Next line. Spring was moving in the air above and in the earth below and round him, penetrating even his dark and lowly little house. Now the spring is moving all around. Do you know what is spring? The season. You have already learned about the season in the previous class. The spring season, when the flowers start blooming on the trees. And the wind was just blowing here and there in his little house. It was small wonder that he suddenly flung down his brush, said no more cleaning. Now what the mole is doing? He is wandering in his own thoughts, and with his brush he came down and he said, I don't want to do no more cleaning, because he is tired now, and made for the step little tunnel which took him to the surface of the land. From the tunnel, what he did? He goes from the tunnel out by rolling, and while rolling, where he had went? To the meadow, the garden, the garden is full of grass. And what was the sound which was made? That is pop sound. Okay, children? thought his happiness was complete when suddenly he stood by the edge of a full-fed river. We also think when our dreams come true. Same with the mole. He was very happy when he came to the grass area, that is to the meadow, and that was near the river. Never in his life he had seen a river before, and the mole was delighted. Now he was very happy because in his life he has not seen the river before. By the side of the river he trotted as one trots, when very small, by the side of a man who holds one fascinated with existing stories, and when tried at last, he sat on the bank and looked across the river. Now, next what he did was he was moving here and there as we do when we went to some place and we start dreaming our own thoughts in our mind. And when we get tired, what we do? We sit there and look here and there. Whatever the scenario is there, we start looking here and there. A dark hole in the bank opposite, just above the water edge, catches eyes. Now what is here the catches eyes? It is a phrase. That means there was one dark hole at the opposite side of the river bank, and when he has seen that hole, here you will see that this side he saw one dark black hole and his eyes were just like he was started staring at that place. And dreamingly he considered what a nice and cozy dwelling place it would make for an animal with few wants and fond of a riverside residence. Now what this line means? He is dreaming. We also dream. So he started dreaming that what a nice place it is with some little required things, and it is a place for an animal, and where it was situated, it is at the river side. Coming to the next page, page number 5, the very first line. As he gazed, something bright and small seemed to twinkle down in the heart of the hole like a tiny star. Now, while he was looking at the hole, dark hole, which I just shown you on page number 5 here, he had seen that a small bright twinkling down in the heart of hole. Now someone has came out from that hole like a tiny star, a little star. You all see stars in the sky? Same here, he is seeing it at the hole. Next, a brown little face with whiskers, small neat ears and thick silky fur. Now, what he has saw? A brown little face. There is one animal. We don't know which animal it is. So, he saw just the face. And what is the color of that animal? Brown color with whiskers. First, we will learn the spelling of whisker. W-H-I-S-K-E-R-S. Whiskers. Now, do you know what are whiskers? Okay, I'll tell you. Have you all seen cat or the animal rat? This is their face. Now, these spikes which they have on their face, these are called whiskers. It was the water rat. Now, who was that animal? It is the water rat. The rat which lives in the water. Now, The rat starts talking to the mole. What was the first word he said to the mole? Hello, mole. We also say hello to our friends. Same, the rat was also saying hello to the mole. Said the water rat. Now who said to whom? The water rat said to the mole. Would you like to come over? Now what he said? Will you come to me? The rat then lightly stepped into a little boat, rowed smartly across and made fast. Now what he did the next? He stepped into the boat and he crossed the river fast. Then he held up his forepaw and the mole stepped gingerly down and found himself actually seated in the stern of a real boat. Now, where he found himself? To the next, the mole, and he was very happy with him. And he just sat with him. Do you know? Said mole. Now, mole asked to the water rat, do you know? As the rat shoved off, I have never been aboard before in my life. Now, what the rat said to the mole? That in my life I have never seen the boat. So, next what comes? What? Cried the rat, open mouthed. What happened? The rat cried. He speaks in a loud